Yo, 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 yo. Oh, man. This is the Uppercut Podcast where we hold no punches, and I'm with one of my favorite artists right now, female artist, by the way. Yo, NEESAH B.
And the B stand for bad.
Yo, NEESAH B, what's up?
I'm chilling. You know, everything good. I'm really excited for today. This is my first interview. Y'all know I had to come to Uppercut for the first one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate it. I've been asking you for a minute.
Exactly. But y'all know we've been locked in. This one of my good friends been supporting me. So come on, he had to be the first interview. Like, y'all know that already.
Yes. But you know me. I got to come with the punches and the bullshit first.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
So shout out to Swayze, right? Swayze TV.
He is so messy, y'all.
Hold on. Swayze said, you the queen of backdooring, yo.
No, he did not.
What?
He said backdoor mommy from Queens.
Right.
And it's a conspiracy. It ain't real.
Yo, why would he say that? Why do you think he said that?
After speaking to Swayze, you know, it was all love.
You talked to him?
Yes. I had to call Swayze. I was freaking the fuck out. Swayze come back this up. I called Swayze. I'm like, Swayze, can you take that down? Like, I was really like freaking out because like, even though I be in the media, like, you know, it's normally just me being pretty, having fun with my friends, or like, maybe I say something viral or do something viral, but that's the first time like somebody really try to like, you know, flip the script. So I ended up speaking to Swayze. He was like, it's all love. Like, he was like, I know, like, you're a nice girl, like, you know, but it's just like, I got to give the people what they want. And I'm like, you know what? You right. You could keep the video up. I don't care, you know? So that's how that went.
Oh, okay. Because like the way he put it and the way I saw it, I'm like, oh shit, is she going with this click and that click and this click?
No, I don't go with any clicks. Everything is all business.
All business.
I'm a baddie from Queens. I'm from Queens. I'm not from the Bronx. I'm not from Manhattan. I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm from Queens, born and raised. So you feel me? Born and raised. I'm really a baddie from Queens. Southside Jamaica, Queens. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm really a baddie from Queens.
Southside in the building. Exactly. All my Southsiders.
Period. Let them know. So with that situation, you know, of course I was freaking out. I felt just like, you know, like that's my first time ever going through something like that. But everything is like a learning experience. And I realized Swayze really did that out of love, like, you know, and you can't believe everything you see on the internet because I'm probably one of the nicest people you ever meet. I don't be into none of that. Not in no gang. So, you know, it's just
you're not in no gang.
I'm not in no gang. I don't even drill rap. Oh, you hear the music I make, very baddie from Queens, very baddie, very baddie, very like pretty. So it's just like, you can't believe everything you see on the internet. Of course, it threw me off guard and it probably threw some other people off guard, but nobody gave a fuck. Everybody was like laughing. When I was upset about it, my friends were like, if people are making these videos about you, let them. Like, who cares? It's all publicity and I can't beat myself up over that.
And you know, one of my favorite songs that you got out.
What is it?
Tap.
Oh my God.
Yo, I like...
People don't give Tap enough appreciation.
I like
Everybody
Tap.
be like, I love Stans, I love Pretty Girl Story, but Tap is really too. Like...
Super fire.
Thank you. But Tap is really like different, you know? And people...
And it suits you too. Like, you know, like with the phone and like the energy was fire.
And Tap is based on a true story.
Oh shit.
Tap is really based on a true story, so.
Dope. And how did you, you know, it's featuring b-lovee. Shout out to b-lovee. How did that happen?
So I recorded the track a couple days before my birthday. I knew I wanted to shoot a video on my birthday, so I had locked in the studio and I was like, okay, let me cut all these songs and figure out which one like I'm gonna record for my birthday. So I was playing it with my manager. I'm like, nah, we need a guy on this. So we were thinking of like different rappers who would actually slide on that because a lot of them could drill rap, but they're not on that sexy drill wave or they can't switch it up. Right. So we was down to 3 people, 3 rappers. Ooh. And don't be messy. I ain't gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him one day who the other 2 were, but it came down to whoever sent their verse back the fastest. And I did tell, we did speak to b-lovee's team and was like, okay, it's like, you know, I don't know how they told him, but I'm pretty sure he knew like it was kind of like open, like, you know, like it wasn't gonna be finalized that he may be on it. But, you know, it was 2 other options. And I'm pretty sure my management, you know, he cool with his manager. So I'm pretty sure he told him. But b-lovee sent his back the fastest. And I was just like, I like this. I really like this. So, you know, I just ended up going.
So not to like, you know, on that process, like, because you're telling me how the process went. So was it all about person who sends the fastest? Was it really that, or?
Nah, it was really that, because it was two other options. It was kind of like, we had, me and my manager, we was like, okay, you want a guy on this, but who can really rap like this? So we're sitting on the phone and we're like, okay, well, we have this person who is versatile, this person, we also have b-lovee. So we reached out to everybody's team and he was like, which one do you like, are you really pushing for? I was like, it don't matter. Whichever one sends it back the fastest sounds the best. When b-lovee sent his back, it sounded really good.
Right.
So I'm happy that I did do the process that way instead of, you know, pushing it back and, you know, because, you know, I wouldn't have shot it in December if I waited that long. It probably wouldn't have came out to like January.
Right.
So,
but what if the other two, you know, member or who you asked was like even better? Not to say like, you know, they're not better than b-lovee or whatever, but.
I mean, but that's what I was saying. I was like, you know, on who sounds the best and who sends it back faster. But b-lovee sent his back.
I know, but if you couldn't like wait like one more week, like, you know what I'm saying?
And, like, you're asking me if the other person sounds better?
Like, if you, like you said, they probably sent it first. You probably didn't even hear the other two people's verses. But if you waited like one more week and they sent it, I don't know. Like,
I know what you're saying, but
and then like just
then
patience
again,
is a virtue. Like, you know, you're just like quick to be like, all right, b-lovee sent it first. Fuck it. Like,
so, okay, that's also something that I'm learning is patience. But at the same time, we wanted to shoot it by my birthday. So my birthday is December 5th. I recorded the track November 27th. So that's already a week.
Damn.
I made it clear to everybody. I was like, yo, all like the other two people, I'm pretty close with them. So I was like, y'all know my birthday. So it's like, if y'all can't send a verse back by my birthday, fuck it.
Okay.
Like, you know?
Okay. So you kind of did plan it. Okay.
Yeah. So I made it clear, like, and my management made it clear, like, she wants to shoot this at her birthday party. All girls, you know, I only hang with bad bitches. Right. And she wants to shoot this for her birthday. So we need it by this day. And we had also Doomy with the treatment. Doomy needs a couple of days. Like, his shit is 3D.
Right.
So you feel me? I didn't put anybody.
One of the best.
Period. I didn't try to put anybody under pressure, but at the same time, it's like, yo, my birthday coming up. I'm getting ready to lead a country. Like, we gotta, you know, I need this ASAP. So, you know, b-lovee sent his shit back pretty fast. And yeah.
Yeah. And
so,
you know, since we're talking about like the music too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask you this shit too. I got to. When it comes to females, do you get help?
Help in what way?
Ghostwriting?
Hell no.
No, wait. There's a lot.
I'm not going to, let me finish. Yeah. I'm not going to put anybody else down who uses writers, but me, I personally don't. When I do use writers, like, it's nothing they can do for me. So I had this manager and he was like, yo, I really want to get you a writer. So he had me with a writer for like 8 weeks, and the writer, I don't know if I should say his name. I'll say part of his name, Chris. He said, she doesn't need me, bro. She does not need me. And this person is talented as fuck, works with big, he's a dude. He works with big people. And he told my management at the time, she does not need me. Sometimes she may need somebody to talk to about it and make sure that it's good, like reassurance. But when it comes to writing, Neesah doesn't need me. And that really kind of fueled my ego. I was like, damn, like, you be writing for big dogs and you think I don't need a writer. Like, that meant a lot to me. And it made me want to go harder. Like, you know, every now and then people ask me, like, even girls I know, they're like, yo, Neesah, I don't want to rap, but I have this fire thing. And I'm like, you could send it. But when I hear it, it's like, it's not me. You know, like, I like writing for me because I know how I talk, my accent. I know what's going to sound good from my voice. People just send whatever, and that's how shit gets too polished. Like, it doesn't start to sound like the artist.
Should no one ever try to, like, besides Chris, like, so you telling me, like, you don't get no, cause you know why I ask? Because a lot of females do get help. Me
personally,
a lot.
My notes app, I have over 1,000 notes, and any song I've ever written, I could pull it up from my notes and you can see me writing it. You can see the time, the date. You know, if I did have a writer, I would always give them credit, you know, but it's really all me because I know what I want to rap like. I know what I want my music to sound like, you know, so just do it for me.
Okay, that's dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But then, so how does your writing process work?
So sometimes I go through writer's block, but I'm not going to lie. A lot of my music is inspired by true events, guys. Like a lot of my music is inspired by true events. Like if I'm going through something, if I meet a boy and I really like him a lot and then I drop a sweet song, 9 times out of 10, that was a real situation. If a nigga getting me tight and y'all hear I drop an angry drill song, 9 times out of 10, somebody got me tight. And that's kind of like the ups and downs of writing your own shit, because just like, I can't fake it. Like, you know, sometimes I'll be trying to write like a love song and I'll be like, I don't even have a man right now. I'm not dropping no love song. Like I can't relate to this.
Got it.
That's kind of how it works for me. It's really based on what's going on in my life. If I feel like I don't got nobody right now, then the song I'm gonna write is gonna be fuck everybody, I'm by myself. Or if I feel like I'm in a really good space with a lot of support, I'm gonna make a sweet song, like, you know, and shout people out. So
it's the energy.
That's kind of how my writing process is. And it's kind of ups and downs to it, because if I'm mad one day, who wanna make a mad song? But it's just like, that's how I express myself.
Okay. No, that's good. That's dope. Because, you know, damn. Yeah. And I ain't gonna front. I just have to ask first, because I did see her in the process of writing too. I seen you at the studio and
thank you. You see?
Yeah, I did.
You see?
I did. But I want to ask, maybe somebody wrote it and then, you know, you just had the thing.
No, I write all my own stuff. And like I said, people try to send me references all the time. I hear it don't sound like me. Like I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Right. Oh, so how'd you start rapping then?
So I've always been into writing since I was a kid.
So you was?
So I always been writing. I didn't know what I wanted to put the writing towards, because when I was in elementary school, I was very close to my principal. Her name was Miss Williams. I went to PS 48 in Queens, and I used to write a lot of the school plays. I used to write a lot of narratives. Like she always told me like I was excelling in writing. She even wanted me to skip a fucking grade. Like I've always been good when it comes to writing and math. So sorry to start chatting, y'all, but
go ahead.
But so from young, I always knew I had a skill in writing, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. In middle school, I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna be a lawyer. You know, that's what I always said. I'm gonna be a lawyer. But by the time I got to high school and I graduated, I was like, fuck all these people. These people are fake. I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna shit on bitches.
Hold on. Who's fake?
You know, in high school, middle school, like them friendships don't last forever. Bitches be fake, niggas be weird. So I was like, because I kind of stayed in my shell for a long time, because the people I went to school, I was always like, damn, well,
was it like a square? Was you like a square, like a girl, like not a square, but like, you know, I feel like you was into the school thing and the writing thing, and then I guess you like in high school, I guess you came out of your shell or something.
No, I didn't come out of my shell until like after I graduated, because I used to be so worried about what other people think.
Really?
So once I graduated, and you know what it was? My mom co-signed my music, and that meant the world to me. My mom found out I was making music, and she was like, who is this? I like this. And my older sister was like, that's your daughter. My mom loved it and has been supporting me since. So that really amped me up. I'm like, yo, I got my fucking mom supporting me. Like, fuck everybody. Like, I ain't worried about what nobody else think, because like my mom opinion mean a lot to me. Both my parents, you know? So it's just like,
you grew up with your parents? Both?
No, they were divorced, but I'm still very close to both my parents. And I was like, I got my mom supporting my shit. Like, why the fuck would I care what anybody else has to say? And I stayed in my shell for a long time, like a very long time, especially in high school, middle school, because I was always worried about what people would think.
Why?
I don't know. I was a kid.
No, but like when I'm a kid, I wasn't thinking about what other people think. Honestly.
That's
like,
true. But
when I'm a kid, real shit. Like even in you know, in high school, like, you know, where you dress maybe.
And even when I first started rapping, I would only post snippets because I was so scared. Like for a whole year, I posted just straight snippets in 2020, 2021, just straight snippet of music. And people was like, where the fuck is the music? But I was just so scared to drop a music video. And at some point I had to realize I have to live for me and not what other people think. And ever since I started doing that, my life got better.
Really?
Yes.
That's good. How many siblings you got? Why? Because you said you had an older sister. You took.
Okay, so let me count real quick.
All right. What the fuck?
I have 8 sisters.
What?
And I have...
all by the same mom and dad?
8. All right, so I have 8 sisters. from my mom's side and one brother. On my dad's side, I have straight brothers. So my dad's house is super strict. When I'm by my father's, they don't be, well, now I'm grown, but they never used to let me go outside. I had to come straight home after school because I got 3 brothers. So come on, they not playing that. 3 brothers and a dad, that was like prison. I couldn't go anywhere.
Right.
They was clocking me. But by my mom's, it was kind of like all girls. So I had way more freedom. You know what I'm saying? My mom is a chill mom. So yeah. But in total, I have 8 sisters. And I have 4 brothers. And we're not even going to get into step siblings.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout out to Amaya though, because shout out to Amaya and Ayana, because those are like my favorite like step siblings for real.
You guys are deep.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Yo, so like, do you get into like arguments with any of them?
No, because I'm grown now, but I'm not gonna lie, growing up, my house was like the bad girls club.
No?
Yes, because all girls.
Right.
All girls.
8?
8 girls.
What?
All girls. Like my house was the bad girls club. My mom, like we used to stress her out so much.
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 20.
You're 20?
Yes, I'm 20.
Wow.
You know that TikTok to be like, you're 20? I'm 20.
Wow. Yeah, and are you like, I want to ask you too, like, are you in a relationship?
So, I haven't been in a relationship in 2 years, but I did.
2 years.
I did start because I focused on myself. I did start dating somebody like 2 months ago, and I broke up with him like 3 days ago.
Why?
But I broke up with him like 3 days ago.
Why?
Because it's just like, I don't know, like it just like, I just can't settle for less. I just can't settle for less.
Yo,
you're so messy.
No, I'm not. No, because
he's
look,
so messy.
No,
guys.
I'm not. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm asking, like, yo, you got a man's?
No, I'm single.
And then you said, yo, 3 days ago I broke up with him, and then you say that
because I just can't settle for less. Like I feel like
what? Like, so give me an example. What?
I'm not gonna reveal that because I'm not gonna put him on blast.
No, not
because
put him on. Okay.
I have respect for him. Right, you know.
Right.
But
I don't want you to put people on blast. I'm saying like, give me an example of like.
He's so messy.
Okay, no, listen. All right. So would you? I would ask, right? There's a couple of questions I would ask you, right? For instance, what's like your pet peeve in a guy?
Pet peeve is when they lack goals. They don't have any ambition. They're not caring. They're not attentive.
There's like a one thing that like just one thing like I'll tell you mine, right? For me, a girl, like even if you're pretty, this, that, and everything, but if your feet is ugly, like I think that like that's like the biggest turn off for me. I don't know why. I just don't know why. Like that's just me.
I don't know. So me, I'm kind of like, I'm like super picky. So I can get a lot of icks. That's why I named so many things.
Oh my God.
I can get a lot of icks. Like I could be like, there was this dude I was talking to and he was like so sweet and I felt like he was perfect. And then he gave me the ick. And I was just like
what?
He had bad morning breath. I had to get rid of him. And I was just like, ugh. Like I can get a lot of icks. And that's probably why I haven't had
bad morning breath, as in like
it was bad.
Yo, what?
Yeah, like I get a lot of icks, or like if like they seem way too close to their homeboys, ick. Like I could get turned off super fast. So I can't even name one thing because I'll be like, oh, everything's fine. I don't have any. And then
would you ever date an Asian? Asian dude?
Well, my first boyfriend was Blasian. But he wasn't fully Asian. He was Blasian.
For real?
Yeah. He was Filipino and black.
What? Your first boyfriend?
My first boyfriend.
Yo, shit, my guy. Wherever you are, good shit. No,
don't shout him out because he broke my heart. Oh. When I was like 17, he broke my heart.
Oh. Yo, that's crazy. That's dope that he was an Asian. So would you date a full Asian?
It depends. Preference? It depends. They just can't have a shrimp. So what's your size like? No, it ain't no
average?
size. Average, yes,
Right,
average. We can go with average.
Right. Yo, yo, she's stupid.
No, but for real though.
Mhm. But your preference is like black?
What you said?
Your preference is black?
I don't have a preference,
Like,
actually. Like, when I look at the 3 relationships I've been in, they all look different.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, but they all have like the same traits. Like, they have a lot of like the similar characteristics. So I guess that's really what I go for. It's not really about the looks.
That's dope. And yo, I want to ask you, like, kind of like, not to go left, but like the situation been happening in like, in the, hip hop world.
What situation?
Cardi B.
What happened?
So yesterday, right? She said some shit like, yo, she said a song of D-Thang song. Like, you cheat on me, I cheat on you or some shit. Like, it was like a quote of D-Thang, right? And then I scroll and then she's like, yo, I fucked a dude while she was pregnant.
So what I'm going to say is...
Yo, that's kind of...
That has nothing. All right, that has nothing to do with me. But honestly,
I'm not saying what has nothing to do with you.
I know, but you probably want my opinion. But
yes.
Honestly,
would you ever do that?
No. But I'm not gonna put her down for doing that, because it's just like, when somebody keep playing with you, you gotta get that get back. Like, you feel me? Like, I feel like she's been so loyal and so sweet. Like, get that get back, girl. Ain't nobody mad at you.
Yeah, but while she's pregnant?
I don't believe it was while she was pregnant. She's probably just saying that. But even if she did, like, do you, girl. Do you, girl. Because when a nigga keep playing with you, like, you're a guy, you never understand. But when a nigga keep playing with you, like, sometimes you really just gotta show him, I'm not playing with you no more. She just happened to be pregnant.
I don't know.
Do you, girl.
Really? I guess. Yo, that I don't know, there was a lot of opinion on that. And yeah, like, he probably cheated mad times, but when she cheated, but yo, I don't know. That's a little, like, I get it, but still I don't get it. While you're pregnant, cheat, but
I've never been pregnant before, so I can't really speak on that.
Oh, and are you like into like those signs?
Astrology?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my mom was. So she taught me everything from when I was young. So I know all the zodiac signs. She done taught me everything from when I was young. So I remember everything. Really? Yes.
So what you said your birthday's December 5th?
Yes, I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius?
Yes.
Ooh, how are Sagittarius?
We're very optimistic. We will never settle. We can't stay still. We're adventurous and we're pretty much good people. But what would our downsides be? Probably that we can't settle. Huh. Yeah, like we can't settle. And that doesn't mean settle down. It just means we won't settle for anything. So if it happens to be a relationship, it is what it is.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm a Leo, so it's like...
So we get along. You're a fire sign too. But Leos, they're like... very like ego. Like you guys like to be the brightest in the room. Or you guys, even if you don't mean to, you guys are like the loudest or the brightest in the room. Center of attention. You guys, like you guys have like a lot of energy.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't really follow it. So I don't, that's why I'm asking you. I don't really,
Yeah.
But I know that the girls are really into it. Are you like into like those rocks too?
No.
Oh, okay.
My mom only grew me up on astrology.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of people like in prison too, they used to read the astrology every day. Like, because it comes out on the newspaper. Like there's a section for it. And they would read that. And I'm like, yo, like.
That makes sense because one of my friends in jail had called me and he was like, oh, let me read you your horoscope. I'm like, how do you have that in there?
The newspaper has it every day.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, the fuck? They got iPads? Like, how are you like seeing this? And now I know it's from the newspaper.
Mm-hmm. Because they have the astrology signs every day. They show it every day. So, yeah. And also, right? what was your influences for like writing and all that for your songs and shit like that?
All right. I'm going to say when I write, I hear my own voice. But what I will say as influence in general, I'm going to say Nicki Minaj. And I'm not going to say Nicki Minaj like the rest of these bitches because they all just say Nicki Minaj just to say Nicki Minaj. But I'm actually from Queens. Nicki Minaj is from Queens. So growing up, watching her documentaries and seeing that I've been in those same places and walked and lived there, you know, even like, you know, currently, it's just like different. It's like, wow. Because I love Nicki from when I was younger, but once like her documentaries came out in like 2010, 2011, I was like, oh shit, like I go to school right there. Like she's really from here and she's doing it. I can do it too. That's like the real inspiration. Like a lot of these bitches just say Nicki just because she's like the GOAT, but it's different for me. It's like I seen her in Queens and it's like we really from the same place, you know, like that's really inspiring.
Right. And since you said Nicki, right, I want your opinion on this too. Because in Korea, a lot of the girls, when they're like 18, 17, 16, they have a lot of surgery. Korea is the number one for face surgery. For nose. They cut their nose, cut their jawline, make their eyes bigger. Because, you know, Asians are chinky. So they make it like big. And the lips bigger. But American girls, right? They're into BBLs. I'm serious. Like
I know.
Like the titties and the butt. You know, Nicki Minaj had, right? Would you do it?
The only way that I would consider something like that is if I have a kid.
What?
Literally, because I feel
what are
like,
you talking about?
Because, and I always say this to people when they be like, "Oh, would you ever get this done?" And I'm like, probably only if I have a kid and like I'm not. What the hell
are you talking about?
But let me finish. If I have a kid and like I'm not feeling confident with like my postpartum body, then okay, cool. But I feel like right now I'm very slim and petite. Like I don't feel like I have to make any changes. But when people do ask me, I'll be like, you know what? If I have a kid and I'm not feeling as confident or like I'm in my 30s, like okay, cool. But right now.
No. So what if you're pregnant? You meet the guy of your life, and then you're pregnant by 23. Then that means you're gonna do it right after that?
No, it just means like I'll consider it. Like you know, now that's not even in my mind because I'm so young and I'm small. But
what if the labels is telling you, he's like, yo, you need a fat ass?
The labels don't say that.
I don't. What?
The labels would never tell you to go get surgery.
Really?
No.
I swear to God, I'm telling you, yo.
It has to be a ghetto ass label if a label's telling you, hey, bitch, go get a BBL. No. What?
That's the only thing that's selling, shaking ass right now, kind of. Like
true, but look at Coi Leray.
That's true.
She was very successful.
But she has like a fake machine, like, a parent, like a dad, and she was, like the parents of somebody.
But she went viral for breaking her back on that stage. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, she's very slim. There's a lot of like, the label would
That's
never.
That's it, but name one more.
Don't put me on a spot like this because I can name. No,
name me one more girl like Coi Leray who's popping like her and who's slim like that.
When Rihanna first came out, she was very slim.
Did she get a BBL?
No, Rihanna just had babies.
Right.
She's grown now. When we first seen her, she was like 17. There's a lot of artists who, when they first come out, they're slim. Even Ice Spice is slim now.
But she's like, but she has a little fatty.
She do.
You know what I'm saying? She's always like promoting that shit too.
But yeah, there's like, the label would never tell you to do that. And it's not necessary. Like it all depends on what you're going for,
Okay. So
maybe somebody's team can be like, but
I'm going to tell you again now.
Okay.
Like I said, in Korea, right? They're into... What the fuck did you just put?
Oh yeah, I had to get my lip gloss, guys.
Oh shit, I thought it was okay. I'm bugging out.
I had to get my lip gloss.
So in Korea, like a girl like you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to be in the industry? It is on some like Puff Daddy, P Diddy shit.
Yeah.
Where they're like, yo, you got to sleep with the manager or the label. I swear to God, did anybody ever come at you like that?
No.
All right. That's good. That's good.
Which is amazing, and I'm grateful. But hold on, let me just take this out. Which is amazing, and I'm grateful that I didn't have to go through that. But that is very real. But I'm just very grateful that I never had to make an ultimatum.
How do you know it's real?
Because I hear things. You know?
So nobody ever approached you like, yo, I could get you to the top if you sleep with me or if you sleep with that person?
No. I feel like I meet a lot of people who are genuine, which I'm grateful for, and that's why I keep them close. People who genuinely want to help me or genuinely see potential in me, and who are very happy to put me onto plays and opportunities without being weird. Now, I have run across a few weird people, but it was never that blunt to where they're like, oh yeah, like if you want this, like, hell no.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, sometimes they'll try to like be like, oh, if you were my girlfriend, I would do this and that for you. But it's like, nigga, I'm not cuffing you.
Oh, so someone said that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, if you were my girlfriend, why don't you just be my girlfriend? I could do this and that for you. It's like, nigga, ill.
Yo.
And I left that shit on scene. Real shit though, because it's just like, nigga, ill. Bye. But I never dealt with nothing weird like that. Like the example that you described, I never been nothing
because
like
I heard in Korea it's like, but like that's Korea, but I just feel like the industry is like the industry, like especially like females, they'll like be like, yo, you know, exactly how it's like, yo, sleep with me and I could get you places or I could get you to the right.
Nah, I mean, I'm not from Korea, so I wouldn't know. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, for me, no.
The industry, like, what do you think about the Diddy situation?
No comments.
Yeah. Oh man. So what you got going on right now? So you know, like it's the fourth quarter, end of the fourth quarter. You got any like new projects or new shit coming out for the fans?
I'm going to drop a project in early 2025, which I am very, very excited for because the features on there are banging and they're fire.
Can you tell some of the features?
No.
Okay.
But that is something I'm really excited for. For the rest of this year, I will be dropping singles and just really feeding content to my supporters because I noticed, like, yes, they love my music videos, but they love when I talk to them and interact with them. They love when I'm live. They like seeing, like me engaging with them. So that's what I'm really focused on for the rest of the fourth quarter is really giving my supporters content. And I feel like they deserve it because earlier this year, I was kind of keeping to myself, just giving them music videos, but I feel like they really deserve it and they support me a lot. So that's really what I'm focused on is giving them good content, keeping them fed, dropping my music videos, spending time with my family, shit like that.
Shit like that. That's good. And this is from the soul too, right? And, I'm a big sneakerhead.
Yes.
What, like, coming up, like, were you like a sneakerhead or were you into sneakers or not really?
I just really brought shit that was pink and I still do that to this day.
Just pink?
Not just pink because, like, it could have like pink laces or it'll be like a dash of pink. But like, as long as it looks good on the feet and then it has my favorite colors, it's good.
Yeah. So you're really into pink, I guess.
Yeah, like since I was younger, and you guys will be surprised because pink is not even my favorite color. It's blue, but pink looks best on me. Like I feel like that's what looks best on me. So that's why I just love pink,
Did you ever would you borrow your sister's clothes and all that? Wear your sister's clothes all day? Get into fights because of that?
No. So my older sisters are 6 years older than me. They're twins. And then my younger sister is 4 years younger than me. And the rest go like year by year. So like I always had my own stuff because they were too grown. Like I couldn't fit their stuff. And then my little sisters, they couldn't fit my stuff because I was too grown. So I always had my own shit.
And they never would take your shit or nothing?
They couldn't fit it.
What?
Because think about it. When I'm 10, my 6-year-old sister can't fit my stuff. When I'm 14, my 10-year-old sister can't fit my stuff. And then when I'm 17, they're wearing 24-year-old outfits. So it's just like, I'm low-key the middle child, so I always had like my own stuff.
No, it's good. You know, like I said, I appreciate what you've been doing. Like I said, like your songs, I love your songs. I just feel like there's
Thank you.
substance. Like you mad pretty. You got some like dope shit. You know, you got bars too. You know, like you got a storyline. I understand everything you're saying. And I appreciate what you've been doing, you know. And, you know, I have a little gift for you. Shout out to Image.
Oh, period.
I know the Asics are popping right now, so
Yes.
I gave you a little, you know what I mean?
This is so cute.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Right?
Oh my God. You know, I just got a pair of these, but guess what color?
Pink.
So I love that these are blue because now I have, for my blue clothes and my white clothes, I could wear these.
Yeah.
This is so cute. Thank you. I really appreciate this.
Nah, anytime, just keep on grinding, you know? And yeah, and I want you to tell the fans something too.
Okay. Let me put these away.
Yeah. To my guy fans.
Okay. What do you want me to tell them?
3 things that they might not know about you.
3 things
They might not know about
that they might not know. Okay, let me think for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm pretty open.
you. Right.
3 things they may not know. I'm very nice, genuinely, but I can be a bitch. That's one.
Like how? What's like the most...
Meaning I'm very nice, but
What's the nastiest shit you ever did to someone?
What do you mean nastiest?
Like you said mean. Like what? You never talk to somebody? What? Like...
Yeah, I'll do that. But like, you know, like what
Did you ever beat somebody up?
I used to fight a lot when I was younger.
Really?
That's why now, like, I'm so calm. Like, I try not to get out of character, but I used to fight a lot when I was younger.
You don't seem like the type. What?
I got some class now.
Yeah, just...
But I used to fight a lot when I was younger.
What
But yeah, I am very nice. But I feel like because I'm so nice, people think they could take advantage. And then when I turn into a bitch, they don't like it. So that's something y'all should know. Don't play with me too much because I can get very, you know, in that mode. 2 other things. Oh, the second thing I would probably say is even though I wear a lot of pink, my favorite color is blue. And the third thing is... The third thing, I really can't think of the third thing.
If a guy asked you, right, on like you on a first date, and the guy would be like, "Yo, let's go to McDonald's." Yo, your whole demeanor changed. You know that, right?
Me?
Yes.
Just now?
100%.
I feel like I just
You
laughed.
just like no. You did not just laugh. You. So a guy cannot take you to McDonald's on your first date.
Come on now. That's not a date. That's not a date.
Like
now, if you my man and we driving past McDonald's or Wendy's, hell yeah, we gonna get some McDonald's or Wendy's. But first date, like, come on now. Come on.
It's just it's like a test.
No, don't fucking play around and test with me. Do that with them other bitches.
Oh, shit.
You know, like, don't play with me. And I'm not the type of bitch who's mad bougie. Like, oh, we gotta go to a steakhouse. We gotta go. No, we can go somewhere regular and calm, like a regular restaurant. But
McDonald's.
Don't try to fuck. That's fast food. Don't try to play with me and take me to McDonald's as a test because...
Why not? I'm like, let me see if she's wifey material. It's like, hey, babe, you know, like, let's go to McDonald's for our first... I'm feeling like...
I will leave that message unseen.
Oh my God.
And like I said, if we're in a relationship, we been dating, talking.
Yes.
Hell yeah, we gonna get fast food. We gonna get Chick-fil-A. We gonna do all of that.
But
but
first,
no. That is ridiculous. That is like, that's not even a test. That's just him seeing if you gonna settle for less. This nigga's gonna disguise it like, oh, it was just a test. No, that nigga just want to see if he could play with you and take you to McDonald's.
What?
Don't go to McDonald's.
Really? You
don't
think
go to McDonald's.
You really think that?
Whatever you settle for, you gotta show niggas how to treat you. If you settling for McDonald's, why would he ever take you out? If you know a bitch will eat McDonald's every time you see her, are you really gonna spend money and take her out?
But how do you know he's gonna be like, no? I'll be like, yeah, right? Yeah, let's go to McDonald's just to see how you would react. But all right.
I'll be like, no, don't play with me. Like, you couldn't even do a little Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. Come on. And I love McDonald's, but a date, like, come on. It'll be different if we like drove around, had a picnic, get some Chick-fil-A. Okay, even Chick-fil-A is like calm, but like McDonald's, that's just like you trying to play with me.
Huh. Wow. Yo. Wow. What's your favorite food? What do you like to eat?
I love soul food, but my mom is American, so I eat a lot of that, like baked mac and cheese, chicken, yams, cornbread. Like, for me, my mom be feeding me good. Yeah, I love soul food. And my dad is Jamaican, so my dad makes like a lot of like all of that too.
Oh, your dad's Jamaican? Oh, shit. You ever been to Jamaica?
No. Unfortunately, I was supposed to go one time, but crazy story.
What?
Crazy story.
Tell me.
I was supposed to go to Jamaica with my dad when I was 14.
Okay.
And last minute, the day before, my mom canceled my flight and pulled me home. And I was so confused for years. And when I was 17, I found out my dad was going to try to keep me there the whole summer.
So what? For the whole summer? So what?
The whole summer. Like, and knowing my dad, he probably wasn't gonna
bring you back?
Yes. My dad lives in New York, but knowing him, he was probably going to be in and out, but leaving me there. And shout out to my mother for not leaving me there, because I get homesick. Like, now that I'm grown, I don't, but as a kid, I would cry if I was away from home for too long with my dad or my mom. So like, I would have been depressed in Jamaica. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You never know that, because, like you said, you never been there. No, but my dad
always makes jokes about it now. And he'll be like, oh, ha ha ha, like, yeah, you wouldn't have been acting out there. So it was, so it was kind of like, no, I would have been sad. And like around 13 is when I really started making friends and like going to the movies and like working, so it's just like, that would have like snatched like my teenage years away. So I would have been in another country. Shout out to my mother. I'm gonna keep saying that, because like she really could have been like, oh, hey, fuck it. And I would have been like, word, like, shout out to my mom.
Wow, that's a dope story. Kind of, that's bugged out.
Yeah.
Thank God that you didn't go to Jamaica. Right?
Yeah, like people always say, like when I tell them, like my close friends that story, they be like, you probably would have been a different person.
100%.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For better or worse, you never know. I would have been making Jamaican music, reggae.
That would have been kind of fire.
I know. I'm gonna go out there soon with my dad. We was talking about it, but now I'm grown. So now if he try to leave me, I get my own flight.
Right. And yeah, Neesah, I appreciate you coming up, Like I said, keep working. I love your music. You gotta keep on putting like that Queen story.
Baddie from Queens.
Yo, that was dope. That was dope.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And you had the new song that just came out not too long ago. Like what?
I'm trying to see where he at.
What was that? A month ago?
2 months.
2 months ago.
2 months. Yeah, but I'm getting ready to drop this week, guys, and I'm gonna start feeding my supporters more content, which I'm excited for.
I guess your dream collab is Nicki.
You already know.
Wow.
Heavy on it.
You think you could get that?
Of course, because I'm from Queens.
Wow, I love that.
Like I'm not just one of these regular bitches out here rapping. Like I'm from Queens, and I pay my dues, and I support her. So I know that I could definitely get that.
Right. No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
I've been in Nicki's DM since I first had an Instagram. Like because I was like 11 with an Instagram. Like I used to text Nicki Minaj.
Did she ever see it?
No, she's Nicki Minaj. I know I still have the same gram. So I know when she do reach out, she's going to be able to see all of that. And that's going to be like, yeah, this a real baddie from Queens. This a real Barbie.
That's a dope story. If you ever do the collab with her and then she looks at that shit.
Of course. Like you gonna see, like.
Wow. Did you ever meet her? Or got to like even see her? Like.
No. Oh. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. No.
Who they say that you kind of look like?
Bro, they be saying Zendaya sometimes. They say Lauren from Power. They say Karen Jensu. Those are the top 3 that I'll see in my comments.
which guy would you like is your person that you would want to date?
Oh, I have a few rapper or like celebrity crushes, but I'm not gonna name them because I can't mess it up. I know I'm gonna be with them one day.
Yo, name one. Name one.
No, I can't.
Dream.
I can't.
Nah, name
I can't.
one.
Like, I already no. I know I'm gonna get them. I have like,
older one then. Like the older one.
What do you mean by older?
Yeah, someone like yo. I'm all right. So you the person that you're thinking is probably like your age, kind of like maybe like 5 years difference.
Yeah, they're like all in their 20s.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But you have any older ones? Like just
no, they're all in their 20s.
All in their 20s.
Yeah, and I know I'm gonna get them one day, so I'm not gonna say it here.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna say it here. I'm telling you, when we do pop out.
All right, so then, which borough are you from?
They not from New York. One is from Chicago. One is from the UK. The other one is from the Philippines. But they're all big people in the USA. But like they're from like
Philippines.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna say what he do because then that will make it obvious who it is. But he not a rapper. Yeah.
He's Filipino.
He's Filipino and black.
He's an athlete.
What you being messy for? Right. Stop being messy.
No, my fault.
Stop. Nah. Before they find out who it is.
Yo, anything else for the people? Neesah B?
I just want to say shout out to all my baddies from Queens. Shout out to all my sisters. I love you guys. And yeah, thank you to all my supporters. Shout out to Uppercut Podcast. I had so much fun, guys. Y'all know I never do interviews, but this was a really fun and great experience for me that I'm still excited about. So I can't wait for you guys to see it. Make sure you guys stream Baddie because I'm just a baddie from Queens. Yeah.
And make sure you guys tap in, like, comment, and subscribe. It's the Uppercut Podcast, and I'm with the homegirl, Neesah B.
Period.
Yeah.